we're here in this beautiful light room that we've got now. The problem that we're facing is covering up all this nasty pipework. Very essential, but doesn't look particularly brilliant. So we're going to panel this like we've done in the CDA. But my job at the moment is to frame it. And so I ran a laser level to give me an idea where the wall is. And that also gives me an idea of, when I do the panelling, how far out I'm coming this side, because obviously the wall leans back a little bit, and as we've done the mortaring and the thing, it's come back out that way, so it's going to be quite a long way away from the wall. I want to try and get it as close as I can, my bottom plate, and effectively you're building a stud wall. That's all you're doing, is building a stud wall, but instead of putting plasterboard in, we're going to put some nice paneling. So let's crack on.
So while Ted's doing the framing over in the piggeries, I'm doing the doors. Now we brought these two old doors, they're panel doors. I think they've got some really nice sort of moulding on it. And they were just, yeah, going to be thrown out. So we decided to have them and use them as panelling. So I'm going to do some coats on it. Sorry. I don't know if you heard that. And we've got a huge toad that lives just over the other side of the summer kitchen. And it's so noisy. All right. I'm trying to film here. Anyway, what I'm going to do with the doors is I'm going to give them a coat of chalk paint, white chalk paint underneath, and then a nice greeny sort of bluey colour over the top. So one of their patrons, Sandy Williams, gave me the inspiration for the colour scheme I'm going to do in the piggeries. She sent us some material and it's beautiful, and it's just the colour that I absolutely love and always wanted to do. So so yeah, I'm going to do that on the doors. Let's get started on it. It's just going to be literally a coat of white, because they're already white, they've been painted white anyway. So a coat of the antique white chalk paint. I'm using that because it goes on anything. It's absolutely brilliant. It's one coat, goes on absolutely anything, and it's really good to work with. And then the top coat, I'm going to use the greeny colour, which I'll show you a bit later. Then I'm going to do some distressing and some gold leafing. Yeah, I better crack on with it. Because before you know it, Ted will be asking me where his doors are.
Mama, oh mama, won't you talk to your daughter about me? I said, mama, oh mama, won't you talk to your daughter about me? She's a mean, mean lover, and I ain't gonna leave her be.
As quick as that, it's all done. I'm just gonna leave it to dry now, and then come back and do the second coat. See you in a little while.
Stand no quitting, she won't dime around. Well, if she does, she'll be 6 feet in the... Mama, oh mama, won't you talk to your daughter about me? Mama, oh mama, won't you talk to your daughter about me? She's a mean, mean lover, and I ain't gonna leave her be. I won't stand no quitting, she won't dime around.
Okay, so it's one door finished. I'm really pleased with the colour, because you just don't know, do you? You go to the DIY shop. I forgot to take the fabric with me, but I knew in my head exactly what colour I wanted. But then it's completely different when you see it up on the board, the sample board, and you think, yeah, that's what I want. And then the minute you get it home, you're in a completely different light, and it's completely different colour. But this is perfect. Love it. One more door to do. Let it dry, then give it another coat. Then we're on to the gold leaf. Yay!
So that's the framing all done for the panelling. You alright? What are you up to? What are you up to? Where you been? You been having treats? You been having treats? Nice and straight and level. So that'll go in nice. I've made it in 3 sections, like I said, in case we have alternative arrangements for the centre section to come out for where the bed is. I'm thinking that I'd like to make the bed off the framework, because the framework is really hard in there. It's gone in lovely. And to be honest with you, that's about 60 quid's worth. Not bad. A few screws.
So, exciting day today, baby. What's happening?
Morning, everybody. We're going to lay some of these today. These beautiful tiles that we've had before, but we love them so much we want them in our house. So yeah, we're going to lay the floor tiles all through here in the bedroom area. We've just been marking out, laying out. That's the important thing. Going to sweep the floor, hoover the floor, and start laying them. It's really, once we get these down, it'll be amazing. It'll just, it'll be a room.
A complete transformation.
Yeah.
Right.
There'll be lots more to do, but
how long do you think it's going to take you?
to do these tiles, I'd like to get, as I said, it'd be amazing to get this room done today, but I reckon if I get 3/4 of it done today, I'll be very happy. Yeah.
So you're happy with it?
Yeah, I'm happy with the way it looks. Yeah, there's things that you always do differently, but I think it's been good. We've had to obviously cut in around the tiles. I've cut round so we can just infill, probably with maybe even the grout. The grout will probably work because it's flexible in it. And then this front edge, where I'm just putting a bit of wavy on it, is for my darling wife to mortar.
In the meantime, I'm over in the summer kitchen painting the doors, and I'm not too happy with them. I did them yesterday. I did the base coat, top coat, a couple of top coats, and then I started doing the gilding, and I think I went a bit mad. Let me show you. So this is one door. Now this is the one I kind of finished, and I kind of think I went a bit overboard. May not be able to see sort of the colours. So the second one I started last night and just did a little bit. I kind of think I went a bit overboard. Gilding and so the second one I started last night and just did a little bit of gilding and sanding back. Let me zoom in. And to be honest with you, I'm really not sure which one I like best. I'm still ooming and ahhing about it. Because it's going to look very different in the room as well. And to be honest with you, I'm really not sure which one I like best. I don't know what to do. I'm still ooming and ahhing about it for a minute over it. And then make a decision. It's going to look very different in the room as well. Let's do that. So after a bit of pondering, asking a few people their advice on what they like best, I decided to start all over again. That's the best thing about chalk paint. You don't like it, you just paint over it and start again. I have to say though, the finished design looked pretty much like the first one. Okay, so I've finished one of the doors. I've still got the bed and the other door to go. But I need to get it done by the end of today. I think I'll do it. It should be fine.
Right, the floor's down, the floor tiling is down. Bit of labour of love, but it was well worth it. I think 100% worth it. It looks great. It's fantastic with the contours. Next jobs to do is obviously just finish off the grouting. It has been grouted a little bit. We're going to finish off the grouting and then put the panels on. My next job is to put the panels on the wall. I'm really having trouble speaking this morning. Yeah, so this is part of the bed that we're going to use in here. I've got to trim this top off so it fits under the little shelf, Castle and Fulton Nielsen, that I'm going to put on this.
So with the panelling all now in place, there was time for one final bit of the floor before it was finally finished. Okay, so Ted's finished the floor. Woohoo! All the tiling's been done, the grouting's been done, but now it's time for me to infill the edges. So a bit like I did with the ceiling, meeting the stonework, I'm infilling the edges with some lime water, and then that'll be the floor completely finished.
And that will then give us
I love working with the lime mortar, not just on the stonework, but on things like this with the infilling, because it is so forgiving. You can brush it back and you can just be really gentle with it, and you can make these beautiful curves. Now, in a stone property like this, You're never going to be able to put skirting board up to close all the edges up. You can. Ted did it in the apartment downstairs and he scribed it all in. But every day I have to go in there and clean those skirting boards because the dust that comes off these walls, it keeps coming off for years and years to come. So you just literally constantly dusting up. Whereas this way, I can just clean the floor. I can just sweep up along the floor. I love the fact that you can make these curves. You can make it just look different. You can mould it into kind of what you want instead of being a square box like most houses are. And that's what I love about these old buildings, is the quirks. Getting around all the different ways that you have to find solutions to. It's a bit like the huge piece of stone we've got in the doorway there, and Ted's got to find a solution of being able to cut the door out so it goes around that piece of stone. Yeah, it's just, it makes it so much more exciting and so much more to look at and interesting, rather than being a square box and just having these dead straight edges. Yeah, it's a great product to work with. So anybody out there that's sort of doing a period property, just have a play with it, and you can be very creative with the lime mortar. Very creative. It's great. Anyway, better get on with it. Need to get it finished. We are supposed to be moving in here tomorrow. If you would like to hitch a ride with us on this adventure, then please check out our Patreon page. For just €5 a month, you can help support our project, receive behind the scenes footage, uncut videos, and have Zoom chats with me and Ted. Be part of the Monmania family on our Patreon only Facebook page, or make a one-off donation via our PayPal page. All of the links are in the description. You will then know that your contribution helps to preserve a piece of world history. Join us next time. So there's just one more thing for us to do, and that's to say a huge thank you to all of you that have donated to the Buy Us Some Toll campaign. Thank you to
Shirley Westhead,
Victoria Jones,
Carol Brunger,
Richard Underwood,
Sarah Underwood,
Susan Dow,
Victoria Jones,
Michelle,
Lavita Gonzalez,
Pauline Johnston,
Inara Bennett,
Elizabeth Steele, Lizzie,
R. Williams Evans,
Roy and Elaine,
Vanessa and Alan Blunt,
Shirley Westhead,
again, Irene Maynard,
Victoria Jones,
again, Robert Jones,
Paula Hardman. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Take care, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
These
Yeah, same here.